Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks bringing you the daily Tesla report for Friday, December 16th, 2022. Before I talk about this particular weekly chart, please click like if you would. It helps us out a great deal in being found on YouTube. And also subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. It'll provide you notification each and every time new content has been uploaded for your viewing. That includes the daily Tesla report and the daily Apple report. And January 1st, we're going to be offering NVIDIA. And so that's going to be a daily report. So please subscribe if you would and share the content with friends and colleagues, whatever it takes. So, anyway, here we are 165.87, long term channel bottom. It is part of a band of channel support that tops out at 173.98. We are clearly below it. And we are farther below it than we have been since we sort of punctured it briefly about a month ago, as you can see on this chart. So, the big number for today, 164.21. If we close below this 1-year channel bottom at 165.87 by the 1% margin of 164.21, we enter another phase of meaningful selling that should play out by the end of February into the 110s. This area that I can show. Do I show it? Here I am, right here. 109.97 to 121.67. This area dropping at a steeper pace. I'm going to call this could be by the end of January, but I'm going to say by the end of February or sooner. It could be within 3 to 5 weeks by the end of January that we continue south into the 109.97 to 121.67 area. So that is kind of the big picture. Now, are we destined to? Of course not. Anything can happen. But in terms of just the technical outlook that I see, closing today 164.21 or lower does put this in reach by the end of February, possibly by the end of January, where we can bottom out on a monthly basis, and from there turn back into the 160s, 170s again within a matter of 3 to 5 weeks. And that's about as much as I'm going to say to the downside. Of course, if we were to close below this structure, the bloodletting continues as we move into later Q1 and Q2. So that kind of goes without saying here. So let's get back to the day itself. And I'm going to show, let's see here. Where are you? Let's see. What's a good one? This is a good one here. So this is 165.68, as you can see right here. It's actually very close to the 165.87 channel bottom I started with just a moment ago. So, this is sort of, there's a parallel here. It's consistent with if we close back above that 165.87 long-term channel bottom, you will also close above this 2-week channel top. So that it would be a buy signal in itself, kind of a double sign of strength as we move into next week. So, for those of you who are long Tesla, you're bottom picking Tesla right now, you really want to see, in my opinion, a settlement today above 165.68, and that is certainly possible. We've seen those kinds of days over the course of the last year, and if we do close at above 165.68, then we have a pretty significant 3 to 5 day buy signal. By the end of next week, I would anticipate this 189.32 channel top, which is meaningful midterm resistance, able to contain buying at least on a weekly basis, and is the structure that we need to get up and over to indicate a good low, I think, then through January. I would then expect a 3 to 5 week bullish continuation into the 230s, but we're nowhere near that right now. In fact, we are below long-term support. This market showing the signs now for longer-term bearish continuation as we move through January trade. But if we can close above 165.68, we are off that view and anticipating at least a 3 to 5 day rally to 189.32, which is the level that I'd like to see the market close above this channel top to indicate a good low, a good move low that should then last for at least the following month or two. Following a settlement above 189.32, as I say, I would expect the 230s within 3 to 5 weeks or less. But until then, this is our zone of resistance, 165.87 to 173.98.
Just so you know, a wickedstocks.com membership delivers regular daily video analysis in the SPY and Triple Q, weekly video analysis in the S&P 500 index, the NASDAQ 100 index, and a U.S. Treasury ETF, and 2 individual stock pick videos every week. Check out our other content by clicking the link below.
Let's talk downside today. All the minor points, by the way, have been carefully chosen, well suited for aggressive day traders. 155.61, if you followed the market on Thursday, was our late afternoon pullback low, just off that 155.31 intraday pivot point. We opened below that 155.31 pivot point, obviously pushed back above it early in the opening minutes of the day, and we really didn't break back below it once we were above it. But if we break 155.61, which is the low pullback, downside pullback on Thursday afternoon, then this market can continue all the way south to 145.78 on an intraday basis. So breaking 155.61, 145.78 in reach, holding above 155.61 will keep this 165.68, 165.87, 165 handle. Let's just call it the upper half of the 165 handle in reach today, where we can top out for the day, possibly through next week. And if we close above 165.68, we're off the long-term sell signal, and with that 3 to 5 day rally to 189.32. So breaking or opening today below 155.61, 145.78 is in reach, as I say, and that is once again this long-term trend line off the earlier year lows, the February, May lows, 145.78 in reach today below 155.61, 145.78, able to contain selling at least on a daily basis. We might get a decent bounce here for several days. I don't know if we would bounce back into the 165 handle by the end of next week, but I think it could certainly hesitate. It could certainly delay, if you will, put brakes on the sell-off that I'm expecting now, assuming we close today 164.21 or lower, which is once again a 1% violation of this long-term channel bottom. If we close below 145.78, if we close today below this trend line, it is certainly possible 129.49 is our next, I'll say by the end of next week, objective. 129.49, where are you? Here you are. It's a meaningful 2-month channel bottom. So you can see that if we close below 145.78, yes, within 3 to 5 days perhaps, by the end of next week, 129.49, where I would expect a weekly low. And if this occurs, if we close today below 145.78, then we may actually, I mentioned that this area here as by the end of February objective, possibly by the end of January. If we close today below 145.78, we're probably just 2 to 3 weeks away from reaching this 109.97 to 121.67 region. And here we can bottom out through January, turn back up into the low 170s again, and in the low 170s, we can top out, through the balance of Q1 and continue south again. So as I've been saying, in terms of long-term investing in Tesla, you can bottom pick the 110s, certainly. That's not long-term, though. That's near-term investing, near-term position trading, near-term swing trading, 2 to 3 week swing trading. In terms of investing long-term, I wouldn't recommend being long Tesla long-term, which is to say into the middle of next year, below this 172.9458, below the 179.83 neckline of this head and shoulders formation, and more importantly, below the 165.87 to 173.98 region, because I think this thing can continue to unwind later into next year, and so I would then, under that scenario, if we do get this big sell signal, I would recommend buying. If you're an investor, this is not trading. This is not day trading or swing trading or a 2 to 3 week swing trading or position trading. This is more the long-term folks who are looking at Tesla. Is this a long-term buy? No, it's not below 165.87 today. If we close 164.21 or lower, and then I will be, in terms of buying a Tesla aggressively on a longer-term basis, it would be on strength. Rather than bottom picking, it would be buying on buy signals, meaningful buy signals. At this point in time, it would be above 189.32, this channel structure, which is dropping at a pretty good rate. And that's kind of what I was mentioning just a few moments ago at the top of this video. I'm pushing 9 minutes now. I have a 10-minute limit. That's what I put in my brain. So that's all I'm really going to say for Tesla, Friday's Daily Tesla Report. I will be back Sunday afternoon with Monday's Daily Tesla Report. Please click like and subscribe. I'll be back Sunday afternoon with Mondays, and you have a great weekend.